So from question number 40 to 42, it's talking about the mutually exclusive events or the events which are independent. So if two events are mutually exclusive, for mutually exclusive events, probability of A or B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B. Probability of A and B would be 0. Probability of A given B would be 0. Probability of B given A would be 0. For independent events, probability of A and B would be equal to probability of A, probability of B. Probability of A given B would be equal to probability of A. Probability of B given A would be equal to probability of B. So these are the some important points before solving the questions from 40 to 43. For question number 40, it says E and F are mutually exclusive events. Probability of E is given, probability of F is given, so we need to find probability of E given F. So what is the formula for probability of E given F? We have done it in the last question. Probability of E given F can be written as probability of E Okay, so as they are saying the events are mutually exclusive, the simple answer is 0, because even if we substitute this, the answer would be 0, but there is no need to substitute, because for mutually exclusive events, probability of E given F is always 0. For question number 41, J and K are independent events. So probability of J over K is 0.3. Find probability of J. So for independent events, we know probability of J over K would be equal to probability of J. So if we will solve it, even then we will get the same answer. Let's solve it. Probability of J over K would be equal to probability of K over J, probability of J over probability of K. So even if we solve it, probability of K over J will again be equal to probability of J over K. So we know probability of K over J will be equal to probability of K, probability of J over probability of K. So probability of J over K would be equal to probability of J. And in the given example, probability of J over K is 0.3. So probability of J would also be 0.3. So question number 42. For question number 42, U and V are mutually exclusive events. Probability of U is 0.26 and V is 0.37. Find probability of U and V. So because they are mutually exclusive, I'm solving it here. Because they are mutually exclusive, so for mutually exclusive events, probability of A and B or U and V is always going to be 0. U over V is always going to be 0. U or V will be equal to probability of U plus probability of V, which is equal to 0.26 plus 0.37, which is equal to 0.53. Q and R are independent events. Probability of Q is 0.4 and Q and R is 0.1. So find probability. So if they are independent events, probability of Q and R would be equal to probability of Q probability of R. So according to the given information, probability of Q is 0.4 and Q and R is 0.1. Probability of Q is 0.4 and Q and R is 0.1. We need to calculate probability of R.